Welcome to Cory Turner Talks Cars, and I'm part of a lot of car groups online. I like to see the chatter, people talking back and forth. I love to see what people have for sale. And here lately, I've really been watching a lot of the kit car groups and the discussions that happen around those. And just last week, someone was talking about their kit car. They had an amazing Lamborghini Countach that was built off of a Pontiac Fiero, talking about all the upgrades and things they had done to it. And someone came on and said, it's still better to buy the original. And that made me laugh, but it put things into perspective. Here recently, we did a show on the Lamborghini Countach. It was because Rory Sanders said we need to do it then and now, and we need to take a look at cars back then and where they were today. And during that episode, I realized they only made 1,983 Countaches. So the chances of someone being able to buy a Countach, for one, numbers-wise, is very low, and because of the low numbers, price very high. And that's when it all kind of came together for me. It's not that we're buying kit cars just because they're cheaper than the originals, but a lot of times it's because the kit cars replace something that we actually can't obtain. A lot of the cars that kit cars are made after are low volume, very exotic, very expensive, and it's hard to achieve those cars, and yet we still appreciate them. We still love their design. We still love the functionality of those cars, and we would love to have the opportunity to own one of those cars. So that's where kit cars gives us that chance. So today, we're going to talk about the history of kit cars. In future videos, we're going to talk more about kit cars, individual kits, type of cars that are out there, maybe some for sale. But today, let's just talk about the history of the kit car. Now also, if this is July 2020 when you're watching this and you want to win that $200 Amazon gift card, I'm going to ask you a question at the end of this video, and you just need to email that answer to me, and that's how you'll be entered to win. But for right now, let's take a look at the kit car. So the history of the kit car can be traced back to 1896 when the Englishman Thomas Hyler White had an idea for a car that could be assembled at home. Now his technical drawings were published in the English Mechanic magazines, one of the first known kit cars. Now in the United States from 1912 to 1914, the Niagara Motor Company of Niagara Falls, New York, produced the Ladd's car, which was a 3-horsepower air-cooled single-seater with a belt-drive car that could be purchased in kit form. The cost of the kit was $140, so in today's money, that's about $3,500 if we were buying it now in 2020. Now the kit car didn't really get traction until the 1950s. A lot of this was due to the production process of cars at the time and the materials used. Rust was a major factor, and cars were being sent to the junkyard because the bodies were rusted out, and so an entire industry popped up producing new bodies and chassis that could use all the components of the cars that were being sent to the junkyards. A majority of the time, these new bodies and chassis were sports cars. As fiberglass became more popular and refined, this gave the kit car industry a boost as it was less expensive, easier to work with, and produced lighter cars, which meant better performing cars. Kit cars also allowed manufacturers to take advantage of some tax loopholes. For instance, in the UK in the 1970s, some normal production cars were sold as kit cars with minor assembly remaining, because when it came to purchase tax, kit cars were assessed as components and not vehicles. In the 1970s, the dominance of the VW Beetle chassis over the kit car world became apparent. This was because the Beetle's old body could be easily removed from the chassis, and this could be done leaving the majority of running gear and components in place. There were numerous cars built off the Beetle chassis, and we will discuss them in some future videos. This time also brought about a large number of those really cool classic VW dune buggies. Now moving through the years, kit cars shifted from the original designs we saw in the 70s to replicas of expensive, low-volume, exotic cars. They resembled the originals, but were largely made of fiberglass and donor cars. A lot of technical skill was required to increase their performance and to give them that authentic look. Now, many times the kit car is full of genuine parts from the car and the manufacturer it was replicating. This can be seen in lights, interior components, badging, you name it. An advantage that kit cars do have over the original is of course price, but also in reliability. Often the inspiration for these masterpieces are exotic temperamental machines that require a lot of expensive maintenance. Now, kit cars using the VW Beetle or the Pontiac Fiero are cars that require less maintenance, and of course that means better prices when it comes to repairs. Many kits can be purchased turnkey, meaning they're ready and assembled and ready to go, but most are purchased as kits and require a lot of time, attention, and dedication to complete. Some are easy, but the really complex ones can push into the 5,000 hours, which means taking on a kit car project means coming to terms with the fact that you may not be driving your dream machine for a while. Now that may seem like a drawback to many, but for those who love the sense of accomplishment with creating their own car, their dream car, completing something with their own hands makes these machines priceless, even when compared to the cars they are made to replicate. We're going to take a much closer look at the kit car world in the videos that we have coming up, and we're going to take a look at the market and where it's going and what it's doing. Please like and comment and subscribe. If you're watching this in July of 2020 and you're playing our $200 Amazon gift card giveaway, email me at Cory@CoryTurnerTalks.com and tell me what production car would you want your kit car to replicate. For me, it's the Lamborghini Countach. I've always wanted one. I absolutely love one. So send that if you want to be in the contest. Thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have a kit car, you got to send me pictures. I want to see it. And let's talk about cars tomorrow.